we have authenticated our device. Now keys are stored in our PC. Whenever we want to access the GitHub, we don't need to authenticate ourselves again and again. But now I am going to tell you the way how project will be shared on the GitHub. Let me clear all these things first of all. Okay, so let's say this is our fresh project. Right now, if I check git status, it will give us error. What is happening here in that? Clear now. Okay, array git status. ठीक है. What is saying that fatal not git repository? Why? हमने git initialize नहीं किया. What हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा? We need to run the command first of all. The first command is git init, initialized repository, git repository in VS Code Workshop in that folder, right? Where I am in my folder. Okay. If I open this folder, LED free RTOS, right? Where it is? Where it is? कहाँ गया भाई? Now you can see, I think there should be a file, git ignore, right? And you should get some file related to the git right here. Now here, what is, we'll check git status. Next command is the git status. Now you can see what is saying that on a branch master, there is one branch master, no commit because we do not have committed anything. Untrack file. What is untrack file? Untrack file, that means the files which we not incorporated into our git, right? That means we are not we still didn't put that file into our bucket, right? First of all, what needed to do is you can assume it like adding file into the cart, right? As like we do shopping, Amazon, Flipkart, right? What we do, we pick the item, put into our cart. So these are the in a similar way here we have to put all this thing into our cart, and then we'll go for the upload or push like the checkout. So his untrack file that we didn't put till now into our cart. The important part I will explain that. Let me you can also see the every step. First of all, we initialize the git, then create the git ignore file. Most probably the git ignore file should be created already. We do not need to make a git ignore file. You can see it is already built it, and there is already some file into that, right? What are the files into that? This is the folder, right? When you follow this kind of architecture, there are lots of files which we do not to put on the GitHub, because build folder itself has a lots of it consumes lots of memory, right? And we can't put that much of data, that is waste for us, because build folder is like continuously changing every time we build it, right? And that's why we can't take it on the GitHub. It has already some frequently changes those kind of files. So that's why before putting our code onto the GitHub, we will ignore the file. That's why there is one file git ignore. In git ignore, we will put those file which is not necessary for us to put on the GitHub. So by default, it has already incorporated few files which is not required according to itself, right? So you can see in this file there is a here where is it is bullet folder. You can see here, right? Yeah, this one, build slash, that means it is ignoring complete directory, star dot override and star dot log star, and after that dot file name is, that means it is ignoring those file, and without star build slash, that means it is ignoring that complete directory. In build, this is also ignoring this specific files also. Okay, so we are here ignoring complete build folder. You can see that in the untrack file there is no build folder. These files that we need to put into our GitHub. Okay, but most of cases the professional firmware, lots of people also do not include this files also, right? Because it also need we do not need this. These are very common in every project, right? So till now we are just not removing and adding new files. We will go with the default file structures. You can see the same thing here. Step into like first of all, this prevent the build file, object file and firmware binaries, right? So now next step is doing the commit. First of all, let's say I want to add only single file. Okay, let me if I want to add, I don't want to put every file onto GitHub. Let's say we are assuming just but we as a project we have to put complete file, but let me assume that there is one file that I want to only put on the GitHub, or I want to add into my cart only single file. Then what I will do, let's say git add, and for example let's say I want to add this file only. So what I will do, git add file name pytest, ठीक है, it is ये फाइल का नाम डाल दिया. When I will enter, अब you will, when you check again, run the command git status, you will see that in the green one this file is added into my bucket. Okay, other files are still untracked, but I want all this file in a single way. So what I will do, git add space dot, that means adding all the file into a bucket, right? I run that command. Now again check git status, you can see all these files are looks green, that means all the files are into my cart. Now I want to make it remark, that means commit, kind of labeling the current stage right now where I was. Right now I'm initial stage of my project development, right? Or maybe I am somewhere in the testing side. So let's say we can get some example ki let me remark it something like connect LED connected with FreeRTOS, like tested on hardware. So that means I am just adding remark for that project. Okay, not complete project, this stage. Right now I have completed this part, right? So okay, I made it commit. Then I again check the status. So on a branch nothing to commit, but if I say I want to see my last commit, then I will run the command git log. Here you can say my last commit was LED connected with FreeRTOS and tested on hardware. At what time, किसने किया था? I am the one who committed this, the date and time, right? Then this is the commit ID, and on which branch, the master branch. Okay, and this is the label. So anyone, let's say we are working 10 or 100 people on a single project, so anyone will make the commit. You can see that status, who make the commit and who changes the code and what time and date. Okay, so if you want to check my branch, at what branch I am, so git branch, you can see I am on the master. Okay, branch is like let's say we are a team, right? And I want to add someone into that, or I want to add some kind of more feature into this project, right? Completely, let's say I want to add a feature of IR sensor. Okay, I want to incorporate IR sensor feature in that in this project. So what I will do, as a professional, first of all you should you have to create a new branch, but you can't create branch until your status is clear. Like my status is like nothing to commit, working, tree clean. Okay, but if I add something, let's say I added one comment here, I put this comment. Now if I check again git status, but nothing is but I think it is not considering the comment. But let me check something valuable here. Let me make it 800. ठीक है. Let me add actual changes in code. I added few changes into the code. Let me check it again. Git status, you can see modified, right? It is already detected this one file is get modified, right? So what I will do, again I will commit that. If I try to create a branch like git checkout, this is the command to create a new branch, right? Checkout, that means like checkout is like entering into the another branch. You can remember it's like checking out into the different room of hotel, right? This is the command get checkout and a branch name. But to create a new branch, we'll also add -b here.